For a nutshell, for tonight, real quick from my end, it's just the Westchester Black Political Conference is an opportunity for people of color, non-people of color, to come together and discuss legislative issues that predominantly affect the communities of color and the poor. It was born out of the Black Political Conference. Believe it, I need to pull it up. 1974, I believe it was. I believe it was 1974.
Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, and it's called the Gary. What was it?
The Gary Conference.
The Gary Conference, and I think that was very unique because they really decided to push black elected officials, and from that conference, where you get a lot of push of black elected officials throughout the nation. But we're looking at Westchester. Westchester, one of the richest counties. Mm-hmm. But it is a county that has two stories. You know, it has the wealthy, and then it has the county of have a story of the poor and disenfranchised that people don't want to talk about. You know, and also understanding Martin Luther King Jr.'s Poor People Campaign and what it was all about. About housing, economic development. Better schools, and if you look at the predominantly communities of color and poor, these are the issues. And also, I think we're going to definitely reference a lot of the recommendations that came out of the 1992 African American Advisory Board to then Andrew O'Rourke. Their recommendations was right on point, and they last to today. Like I said before, I'm on the Criminal Justice Subcommittee, and I pulled up the criminal justice recommendations from that report, and it was basically in line with what the recommendations we were saying in
this is how many years ago? How many decades
1992.
ago? My daughter was born in 91. She's 26 now.
My daughter was born in 89. She's 28.
So we haven't
2.5
actually
decades?
went anywhere, and we're still making the same ass recommendations from 20 some odd years ago.
And some of the people that were there, they're still there, right? Some of the people that were there
on the advisory board.
Some of the people on the advisory board were ended up being mayors and state senators. I mean, Andrew Stewart Cousin was on the African American Advisory Board.
Wasn't Ruth Thompson?
Ruth Hassel Thompson was there. Mayor Davis was a county legislator.
Yeah.
You know, so all these people were here, so they understand.
Bears the fingerprints of all of the established black leadership.
This is what I want to say about the convention.
Good God Almighty!
I don't want people to make the mistake that this is a one-time thing.
Right.
This is a movement that is meant to empower our communities. We are raising funds. What I like to compare it to is crowdfunding. Mm-hmm. Black people and people of color do not give to political campaigns the way some of our white counterparts do because of socioeconomic disparity. Mm-hmm. So when you look at certain communities, let's just pick any kind of community that has a higher socioeconomic bracket. Mm-hmm. They give money to campaigns, and that community votes. They speak with their dollars and their votes, and then they get payback basically by getting services and programs provided to those communities. We, as the African American community, Hispanic community, lower income communities, we don't have that same economic resource. So what the convention will do is crowdfund our dollars. We will take membership from members of our communities that want to be represented. So we're going to speak in our votes and our dollars collectively within Westchester County. So when we say, as the the Westchester Black Political Convention endorses this candidate, that is our money from our community and our votes. And then we, as the leadership of the convention, will then hold that candidate accountable back to our communities and report back to the communities what's going on. So it's an extension of what you guys are doing with being a media outlet for the people. We will now also be a policy outlet and an accountability outlet for the people. We're going to do this together. We're going to be transparent. and we're going to address our issues. And if people are not representing us the way they said that they are when we elected them, we will hold them accountable, and we will vote them out.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
And I want everyone to know, I have Damon, I think, exercised some wise foresight in taking the lead in it. And I want you to know, as soon as I heard the call, I put my money where my mouth is. I have purchased my ticket for $25, and I want everyone else to do the same.
That's right.
We're
Yes, you
not
have to-
going to